Hello and welcome to the first part of our intro series into the new game Brink. Over the next 5 episodes we'll be breaking down everything you need to know to get off to a flying start in one of 2011's most hotly anticipated titles. We'll be telling you about the storyline, about the single, cooperative and multiplayer modes, and also talking about the weapons, the combat system and the movement system as well. After all, Brink is not just a kill or be killed first-person shooter, it's also a lot about the movement. It's based on parkour and it's a super innovative system that you've never seen before in first-person shooters. So all that remains to be said is let's get into the Ark. Brink takes place on the Ark. It was planned to be a safeguard for civilization to be used in the event of a global catastrophe. It was built over 40 years ago as an experiment. It's a self-sustaining city of the future, far away from civilization. But the water came earlier than expected. The future began before it was planned and the rest of civilization stormed the Ark in order to survive. After the world as we knew it fell to pieces, tens of thousands of refugees saved their lives by getting onto the Ark. But there were too many people on a small island. To attempt a sustainable system, the Ark was divided. The refugees became the resistance. Living with disease, being thirsty and not having enough food, they wanted a change. They wanted to get away from the Ark to ensure their survival. The security had only one target: establish order to make life on the Ark possible. To put down the revolution, they had to fight hard. Faster than anyone expected, the future became the present on the Ark. Think about it and make your own decision. If you want to back the order and push down the resistance, and because you think that living on the Ark in freedom is much better than searching for more life on the rest of the planet, choose the security to be your side and bring them onto the battlefield. Is your only thought how to get away from the Ark? That everything is better than living along with tens of thousands of refugees? Then join the resistance. Try to escape the Ark and take your chance and find other survivors. There must be a better place somewhere. No matter which side you're going to play, be prepared and ready for a hard fight. Make your side's targets your own. Your team needs your total dedication. Get onto the battlefield, clear the missions, and reach your target. So what is Brink, you might be asking yourself? Well, quite simply put, it's a first-person shooter that matches seamlessly the single-player, cooperative and multiplayer modes so that one minute you can be sat at home all alone playing single-player, the next minute your friend calls you and says, hey, let's play some Brink, and within seconds you could be matched up perfectly in a cooperative or multiplayer game. The story all takes place in one of man's greatest structural accomplishments, the Ark, and the two warring factions that you'll get to play within Brink, the security and the resistance. So, after the first few hours of playing Brink, you guys probably want to know what I feel about the game so far. Well, I can say I am 100% impressed. The atmosphere when you're playing, the settings, the Ark as a whole, just an absolutely amazing setting to play a first-person shooter in. So, aside from the look and the feel of the game, you guys probably want to know, how is the gameplay? Well, so far I've not been let down once, and the smart system in particular is the real highlight of Brink. The moves that you can pull off, for me who enjoys games like Quake and other fast-paced FPSs, you can tell that in just a short amount of time we're going to be seeing some absolutely insane moves from the top players, and of course getting into there at the entry level you can do the same as well. Overall, I have to say, so far Brink is great. So here we have some footage released by the developers of Brink, and as you can see, the switch from that simple kind of non-graphical area right through to the detailed, immersive environment of Brink was not an easy one for the developers to pull off, but as you can see, it works absolutely brilliantly. And here are a few examples of how you can move around the terrain of the Ark using the smart system. And usually there are places where you don't think you can get to, where if you really just use the smart system, you'll think, wow, I never thought I could reach that, but I actually can. And here we have the first training mission, which is designed to actually give you a little bit of time to get used to the smart system. It's the first challenge you'll see with parkour. This is actually me playing the third of the parkour challenge, which is the hardest one, and you don't have so much time to go around. And there are some strange moves that I managed to pull off here, which, you know, this was recorded when I first got my hands on the game, so I wasn't 100% used to the system, but as you can see, you can make the jumps off the walls. And I've only got a few seconds left to find out these final couple of checkpoints. And the final one was a little bit elusive for me. I had to look around for a while because I couldn't spot the light of the checkpoint.
10 seconds left, brothers.
And there we go, I finally spotted it right towards the end. And as you can see by the timer, I did it right on almost 0 seconds and completed the mission. So that's it for episode 1 of our Brink introduction show. I'll see you next time on episode 2, where we'll be taking you through creating and customizing your character and which classes you can play in game. We also have a very special raffle competition over the next 5 episodes where you can win one piece of artwork specially designed by the designers of Brink. All you have to do, answer each question from the end of each episode, and at the end of the 5 episodes, send us an email with all the answers to brink@esl-tv, and you could be in with a chance of winning that great piece of art. But what is the question, you might ask? Well, you tell me. What does SMART stand for? I'll see you next time.